Hello, adventurers. My name is Maximus, and I'll be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 31st episode of Castles and Cantrips of Campaign 2, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our stupendous cast of Bunny Dreadful, who'll be here in a second, Nina Nikolic, Mac and Cheese, please. Virtual Spectre and moves like Jagger from the GGN crew. Thank you for the coffee.
Can I be honest with you?
No.
When you
Yes.
said stupendous, I thought you were going to call us stupid.
No.
And I was like, those are fighting words. And then you changed it.
I didn't change it. That was what I was going to say.
I thought you were
going to
be like, stupid Cass.
No, I would never do
Mac.
that.
Mac was about to throw
Why
hands.
Would you
That was what's
say
gonna
that,
happen.
Max?
We're not dumb.
We're not dumb.
No. I was just trying to change it up. And I'll never ever change it up ever again now.
Structured,
Anyway,
routine, same intro every time.
it has been for like a while. For at least a week, it's been the same. Anyway, with that being said, the end. We did it. No, if you are in chat, both on YouTube and on Twitch, if you are either a subscriber on Twitch or a member on YouTube, you can show off your awesome muscles for little muscle emotes, since we have them on both platforms now. And what I'll also say too that came up a couple weeks ago, if you're in our Discord, by the way, discord.gg/casters and cantrips, and if you are either a member or a subscriber or a patron and the stuff's not showing up like it should in Discord, make sure to connect your Discord to those services, because it's all automated, because there's no way in hell that I can keep up with all that shit every single week. So you're just gonna make sure to connect all of that, and it will just add you to it automatically. It's like magic, just like D&D, but technology. But anyway, just wanted to say that because I think we were talking about that bun a couple weeks ago, or someone had asked about that. So
yeah.
connect
Someone
your
didn't know
stuff.
that you have to connect it. You just connect it, and then it's all good.
Yeah.
And then you get benefits. Who doesn't like benefits?
Love
Perks. What's another word for that? I don't know any other words for that.
Benefits, perks. I don't know. I can't think of anything else.
A loot, some mad loot. It's not really that. It's not really that good.
Treasure? I don't know.
Treasure, yeah.
Friendship points.
Yes.
All right, now that we're completely off the rails, make sure to listen to our podcasts, by
When
the
are
way,
we
on
not?
all the podcast platforms. And we'd passed over 4,000 plays, I think, last week, and we're almost said we're still beyond it, which makes sense. But we've got one, so thank you for listening to it. I'm out of sorts today. I apologize. But yeah, go check it out where we have our podcasts for our Tome of Knowledge show, which is our little D&D podcast where we talk about all sorts of fun stuff. We also have our Out of Combat, which is our show after the show, which is only on our podcast as well as YouTube. Well, those post on Thursdays, where a couple of the casts get together and talk about what happened in previous episodes, kind of spill the tea, try and figure some stuff out, and kind of pull the curtain back on some of the things, maybe what the players were thinking in certain moments and why they did things that they did. So really cool if you want to get some of that extra stuff from behind the scenes that won't come out during the show. And then also the episodes that we're doing literally right now will be there. So if you just like it in podcasts, it'll come out. But if you want all of it early, like I mentioned earlier, for a second, join our Patreon. It's patreon.com/castles and cantrips. You'll get early access to all of our podcast formats. If you are on one of the tiers of our Patreon, you can help me create an NPC that I'll drop in the world. And also, even if you're just a free tier member, where you just click the button and don't actually pay anything, I dropped last week all of the character sheets that me and VS and Moobs came up with during our segment of characters that shouldn't work. So they're in D&D Beyond link format as well as PDF format. So I made sure to make them PDF in case just something happens to the D&D Beyond character sheet or whatnot. So you'll have access to both of those. Even if you just go up there and say, hey, I like them, then you can have access to it, download it, peruse it at your will. But anyway, with that being said, does anyone have any words of encouragement or hot takes before we start tonight?
Oh yeah, you have some hot takes. Okay, let's go. No, I was kidding. But I do want to thank everyone who voted for us for the Streamer Award nominations. We sadly didn't get this year, but there's always next year.
Next year,
And-
baby. Next year, just wait.
Here's our year. I can feel it.
I feel it too.
2025 sounds good, you know.
There's a ring to it.
And I think we would like to also stream on TikTok. So if you guys could follow us on TikTok.com/@casters and cantrips. We're a little shy, by a lot, but you know, once we get those followers, we can get a cool stream key and stream in 3 different places. End of takes.
You're gonna have to help me with the logistics of that because I have no idea how that would even work. I'm too old.
I can give you. I have the .exe TikTok live studio thing. I can just give it to you. I'm
Oh,
just saying. I mean, I think that's how it works. I don't know if you
Max
need a
up.
key. I don't have a key.
Pro streamer.
Oh,
Pro.
hacks.
Got you, fam. Got you.
If you're not following Mac, what are you all even doing with your lives? That's
yeah.
all
What
I'm
are you
gonna say.
doing? No.
What are you doing
What are you
Ow.
doing? Like really? No.
You're like, what are you doing? No.
right now?
Oh man, this is gonna be one of those episodes.
Listen, if I'm not bringing unhinged energy to the show, what am I even doing?
Yeah.
So,
What are you
know.
doing? No. It's full circle. We're stuck. Somebody help. Anyway, with that all being said, we can go ahead and begin tonight's episode of Castles and Cantrips. Our story last left off with our heroes infiltrating a Shadow Tides cartel jail via a secret magical trapdoor. The group observed holding cells to one side of the entryway and a large storage area on the other. Taj was able to use her magical invisibility to scout the area ahead, where she was ultimately able to locate a bound and blindfolded Hayden in a large central cell, notably not petrified. There were 2 men inside the cell with him, and she watched as a large hulking man had punched Hayden in the stomach. While the crew then began formulating a plan on how to rescue their friend, unfortunately, one of the leaders inside that cell insisted a guard go fetch them some of the good wine. That guard then proceeded to the entryway where the party was hiding. And after a fight broke out with the lone guard, other enemies in the area heard the battle and pursued the party. The crew was pulled into a quite prolonged battle with the cartel members, but eventually the 2 enemies that were in leadership also joined the fray to stop them from trying to rescue their friend. With a little bit of help from some of the imprisoned kobolds that were set free, the party was able to defeat the enemies and even capture one of those in charge. And after the melee had ended, Taj went to the large locked cell and freed Hayden from capture. And that is where we'll begin our episode.
Our boy, we
This
got him
evening.
back. I want to cry.
And there
I can't
you
believe we
are,
had ship battles without
Taj,
him.
in front of Hayden, and I think that you had given him a big old hug, and that's where we start.
Yeah.
Not too tight, Tosh, please. I'm in a bit of pain.
I need you to tell us everything that you know.
I don't even know.
rushes in and jumps on top of Taj, and which then jumps. It's like a dog pile.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on over there? Are there more of them? I'm ready.
Oh boy! Oh
Hurry,
boy!
Gooder, hurry! We have to save them. I hear them crying. They're
Okay.
crying. I think they're injured.
Okay, please. Not doing so well at the moment.
Oh, well, let me handle that. And then Azur's gonna glowy holy hands and heal Hayden.
Can you heal anybody else with it?
I can, love.
No?
I've got you.
Okay. Emmy comes like shuffling in. She's like bleeding from everywhere. Like, Eden! Tries to give you a hug. She's covered in blood. Not all of it's hers.
What? I don't even
We've
know.
been
What.
looking for you for so long, lad. We thought that you were gone. In fact, you were gone. You were there, and then you were gone. And then we had to work out where you went. And then we came here, and here you are.
I don't even remember how I got here or where here even is.
Good point. Where is here? Here
You don't
is,
remember anything?
No, I remember, but
Oh,
No.
I meant Hayden. I know you remember,
Oh.
Cooter.
hell, of course.
Right? You remember everything. I think it's like a special ability. It's like your superpower. Hayden, what do you remember?
We were in the cave helping Azri's mom, and then next thing I knew I couldn't move. And then just blackness.
You were petrified, love, by the basilisk we were fighting. It was so heartbreaking. We managed to get you back. And then we went to try to get a cure for you, and then you were gone. You just disappeared, and we couldn't find you. We thought we would never find you again.
But the most important thing is that we are together now. But there are a lot of questions that are unanswered. My first question for you is, what is the first thing that you remember when you are not turned to stone anymore?
I just remember suddenly being pulled from blackness, and I could feel the coldness of the air on my skin, which I hadn't felt. It was like I don't know. I could think, but there was no sensation of any kind. I couldn't feel, I couldn't smell, I couldn't taste. It was like some sort of void. And then suddenly I could feel again. And then sort of a brightness, like my vision was coming back. But before I could even see what was going on, I just remember being hit. And then
Cannot hear you.
Sorry?
It seems like your voice gave out for a brief moment.
Really?
I suppose not talking forever might do that to somebody.
Did you forget how to talk?
You're all right now.
Give the man some room, please.
How?
Here, love, have
So-
a snack. You must need your strength.
But well, I'm sure we have hundreds of questions, and I'm sure you have some questions as well. So at least we can get you back up to speed. But we were in the basilisk cave, and you petrified, and you were posed like in this manner. You had your gun out, and you your head was turned as you were trying to shield your eyes. And then that's how you were turned to stone. So we brought you back to my mother's home because she maybe knows a way of a cure. With me returning to Church of the Lotus King, we did a job for them. In return, they would unpetrify you. But after that job was completed, when we returned to retrieve your statue form, you were gone. And we had a hell of a time trying to find out who would steal a statue. I mean, it's a very nice statue, but there was someone to steal it.
I even got this new bag of holding. Do you like it? It's quite fancy. And in it there is so much bounty that we collected on the way. Still need some time to.
Oh
sort
yeah, we're
through it
rich
all,
now,
though.
Hayden. We're rich.
Well, there's time
that's-
for that. Everyone.
That's some good news, I guess.
Oh, and we got into a sea battle and we made friends with Kor. You'll like him. And Taj was captain for a while. Taj is a really good captain. No offense to Asterix. And Whisper seemed really sad that you were gone too.
But we're now at the Gilded Atoll, where you are clearly not a statue. So, why would the Shadow Cartel want to kidnap you?
People that took you, do you remember who they are?
I mean, I was stone when I was taken, so
The one you came to?
as I said, when my senses came back to me, before I even had a chance to ask questions, I was being hit and beaten. I was bound. I don't know any of the faces I saw. It was like a nightmare.
What
From
did
going from one moment not knowing if I was alive or dead, and then waking up as a prisoner of somebody I don't know.
What questions did they try to ask you?
A few of them knew my name. They were asking about my family, my father in particular. Asking about money, deeds.
Did your father owe them money?
I don't know that my father owed anyone money. I
Or were
mean,
you trying to... They were taking you for ransom?
out of all the things I can think of, that's the only one that makes sense.
Surely
Especially if they're
that's-
asking about my family's money.
What is ransom?
It's where one holds a person hostage so that their loved ones will be paying goods or services to get them back.
But that's so barbaric.
Oh yeah.
Why would you do that?
It's terrible, terrible. But
If my people had someone hostage, we would just trade them back for the hostages that they have, and then we would shake hands and be friends again.
well, that's
A little
Is
different.
to
For
assume that the
money?
other person has hostages? It might be money, it might be... So
Oh.
in this case, they could have stolen Hayden,
There are many
and then
motivations.
What do you
told
do
their
if you don't
parents to
have
pay
money?
millions of dollars.
But
Killed.
what if you don't have it?
Killed.
Does your family have a lot of money, Eden?
I mean, my father ran a merchant company and he did well for himself, but they've been gone for years. I actually have no
Do
Uh,
you
I
have
had
money?
heard that he did all right, but certainly not to the extravagance of all of this.
Did he leave a fortune and it's buried like a secret treasure and we have to go and find it?
uh,
That's how it would be in a book if it was like a storybook.
I mean, my father was a clever man, but I don't think he was that clever. I mean, I have an
Speaking-
inheritance, sure,
Hmm.
but
Oh, what's that? Like he left you
Money.
money?
yes, but I don't think it's. I didn't think it a sum of money worth trying to ransom me to myself. There's no one to ransom me to. I don't. Normally, they would try to reach family to trade for money. Well, I have no family left, so I don't know if they were trying to beat answers out of me of where I keep my inheritance. I don't know.
Well, speaking of hostages, that bloke next door, maybe he might know something. He's still tied up, right? Is anyone watching him?
No, but I had an idea. I had a really good
Close
idea.
Still John.
Cause watching him? Okay,
I think
wonderful.
he's
Who is?
unconscious. I think I put him to sleep. It was his
I
last
have-
spell.
That lasts a minute.
It
So,
lasts.
but-
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I guess DM. How long has it been since like this whole ordeal?
Define whole ordeal.
At least 5 minutes, probably.
Putting him to
He was
sleep
put
and
to
finding
sleep.
Hayden.
I'm gonna say a solid 15 minutes after
Okay.
tying him up, and you're
Um,
getting Hayden and welcoming him back.
Okay.
Ash, I have an idea. I promise it's actually a good one this time. I know sometimes my ideas are like not good, but this one's really good. Tosh, it's a good idea.
Thank you.
This is why you say the idea.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I was thinking you should go and interrogate him, but first you should change yourself to look like somebody else, like one of his friends, and be like, oh, we took care of them. It's fine. And then you can interrogate him.
But if I am one of them, why would I be interrogating him?
Oh.
It's like also
Wait,
their
you-
boss.
I thought
have
it
one
was a
of
good idea, and now I'm not sure it's a good idea, but I really did think it was okay. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Yes, his name is Renaud. I don't know if you have that name strikes a bell or anything.
Is he slimy?
He was
A
quite
rat.
greasy.
I called him Fancy Pants.
I owe that man a few punches.
Oh,
Is
he
nothing-
he received quite a few.
Maybe you
I
should
will
interrogate
say.
him.
Yes.
Well, let's bring him here. Sure, he's awake by now.
Do you mind if we not stay in the cell?
Oh,
We're all just crowded in the
Let's
cell.
go to him. Yes, we should.
So you exit the cell back into the rest of the area, and Core and Zillajarn are just sort of keeping a watchful eye over Renard, and someone had like basically tied cloth around his mouth to keep him from talking, probably because he's annoying, or keep from yelling or anything like that. But they've been kind of got him against the wall, propped up, and are just waiting for you all to return. While that was going on, Zillajarn looks over to Core and says, "Well, Watcher, I guess this concludes our service with these individuals."
I should think so. They have their friend now, I'm assuming. So that means we're off back to Escos. Well, whenever they decide to leave.
I was able to get an advance, so if we wanted to secure travel, we could, and not wait for them.
Look, it's your gold. If you want to spend it ferrying us back to Escos, by all means.
Well, to be honest, it is the watch's gold. But if it were up to me, which it is not, you are the senior officer in charge here, I would rather not be at the whim of the crew. After the time we spent in this sort of shady, fancy establishment and sort of following them around here, I don't know how wrapped up I want to be in all of this, to be honest.
Yeah, I've had a sneaking suspicion for a little while now that our little adventurer friends are maybe not so above board as they like to portray themselves. It wouldn't behoove us to stick around long. We want to stay in the Watch's good graces, don't we?
Indeed, we do. And the friend who returned and told stories of saving merchants from pirates, I don't know if I see it anymore, but I hope I'm wrong.
Well, I'm not sure how to help you, and whatever your relationship is to Azric, it's not my business, really.
I apologize, Watcher. I'm just merely meant to paint the picture. Those are my reservations, and this is about the Watch.
I understand. And I'll take it on note. Let's see what happens. We'll see where they decide to go from here, and if it seems like more trouble than it's worth, then we'll cut out. I don't owe them anything. I repaid my debt, so did you. We helped them find their friends. As far as I'm concerned, our business is done.
Very well. There they come. And the rest of you sort of come up with Hayden up to where they were holding the prisoner.
Oh. Is that your man, then?
Yes, he's, well, for the most part. Well, this is Hayden. Hayden, this is Paul and Zillajon. Zillajon is my foster brother. Paul
Yes.
works with the Watch.
We have met, Quartermaster Hayden. Good to see you alive and in one piece.
So, you're the pain in the ass that caused us all this trouble? I don't even know where I'm at currently. Can you give me a break, please? Well, does that mean our business is concluded here? Are we leaving?
Yes, we are leaving. We just need to figure out how to. We came in through the blacksmith. I think that's probably not the best way to exit.
And what are you going to do with this guy?
We're gonna interrogate him. He's the reason he kidnapped our friend, and we have no clue why.
Maybe we interrogate him here. Maybe people might recognize him once we take him out into the world. It might not be a good idea.
Do we need to take him with us anyway?
Do we?
No, I don't think so. The others seemed interested to join the crew, though, which is lovely. I always love having more people to cook for.
Oh, Hayden. Shotter invented Super Slap. It's good.
It is quite good.
It's passable, but it's better. Better than last.
It's good.
Quite the improvement.
I'll take your word for it. Do you mind if I wake this one up then?
Of course, by all means.
You see Hayden, he just cracks his knuckle and then just punches the guy across the face.
And you just, and then he's sort of gagged at the moment, so he can't speak, and he's just like,
Oh, I think I owed you that one, didn't I? Or would you like to talk? I'll rip the gag off of him.
Well, that's much more tolerable. Aren't you a motley crew?
I'm going to talk to you now.
By all means.
First off, what business do you have with me? I don't even know your face.
Well, I mean, the only worth you were to me is gold. That's what business I have with you.
And what makes you think I have gold?
Look, we've had this conversation. The roles were reversed, of course, but I know who you are, and I know what you're worth. So cut the shit.
Well, from what my mates tell me, you went through an awful lot of effort to move me as a statue. I can't be worth that much, can I?
I believe that you're being a little modest, but that's fine if that's how you would like to play it. It was worth the cost. It would have been.
Okay. And I don't see you as a man of high status. So who hired you?
Well, I'm sure as all of you, looks up at each one of you, all of you sleuths have come to realize that a cartel works in a very particular sort of order, where each person only knows as much as they need to get the job done. Now, am I the one who brought you here over here into this jail? No, but I'm the one that kept you here to try and get answers out of you.
Well,
What
then
kind
you're
of
no use to
answers?
me, huh?
What kind of answers were you looking for?
Well, who do we send the ransom note to? How much could we get? What is left? And how much of a fortune do you really have?
I see.
So nobody actually ordered it. You were just saying that he was taken to see what we could get later, not immediately. Nobody
Well,
paid for him to be here.
I mean, I'm sure someone had a grand idea to make these wheels go into motion. It's just, I don't know who it was. That's the beauty of Shadow Tides content. We only know just enough that we need to know.
What's it called? If you don't mind, you do the truth thing for us.
Well, little problem with that. I am no longer have that capability. Apologies.
Oh, it's fine. Listen,
I can help beat him up
Renard.
if you like.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Renard, either we let you live and you tell us what we need to know, or you can be like the rest of your men here.
Oh, some heroes you are. Take a person captive, and if you don't get what you want to hear, then you just kill them? Fantastic. I'm sure
I'm
they'll
sure
sing
you're
the tales
familiar
of your
with this
glory. I'm sorry, what?
I'm sure you're very familiar with the same thing.
Honor among thieves.
First of all, how did you know where we were, let alone where to find Hayden as a statue?
I'm sorry, I don't know what to call you since I don't know who you are, so I will just call you Scrawny One. Scrawny One. I don't know. I just explained this. Literally a minute ago. I was not the one who found your friend. I wasn't the one who brought him here, but I was the one to try and figure out how to get the most gold out of him as possible.
And once you get this information, and who do you pass that on to?
That is a good question. I suppose when I had gotten the information, then I would have figured that out.
Well, then when is this party expecting this information?
Hard to say. These things do take time. Ransom's a bit of a long game, as opposed to theft or robbery.
Yeah.
Can I roll an insight?
Sure.
He's just listening. 10.
10. What a slimy, smarmy, mean guy.
This guy's a slimy, smarmy, mean guy. I don't like him. I'm just going to whisper that to Cooter.
Listen,
I know he's a bit gross, isn't he? Oh,
Yeah, he's
well,
really greasy. He needs a bath.
I don't know who
I
fed
need
you.
a bath.
I don't know who fed you information about me, but they did you a disservice. I have no one to ransom to. My family's been long dead for years.
Really? Now, that's not news, Hayden. I'm sure I could ramble off the people that are still maintaining the Highwind estate, but I'm sure that that's a conversation that you may need to have with your friends here. That they have some merchant heir gallivanting around with them.
They know my name, and they know my history. So, what are we to do with you?
Well, I suppose that's just up to you. I mean, the best option for me is to just let me go and go on my way, and we'll forget this ever happened.
Yeah, I can't imagine the cartel would be too happy that you failed, got a whole slew of men killed, then turned tail and ran.
Oh, right. I would disappear off the face of the planet.
Something tells me the cartel wouldn't allow that to happen.
It seems like a whole lot of my problem and not yours, but
It's your call, Hayden.
Well, I, for one, don't really care about this man. Don't feel the need to have his blood on my hands. And apparently he didn't get what he was looking for from me, so I don't think he's a threat anymore.
Very well.
Good luck. Hope the cartel doesn't find you.
me
Or
too.
hope they do.
Well, you won't know either way now, will you?
No.
Oh, one last bit of business. How do we get out of here?
The same way you entered here, obviously.
All right. And which exit do we get out of? There's multiple doors, portals, if you will.
It's only one way in and out. I mean,
Okay.
obviously you're here, so you went to the warehouse and then went to the blacksmith. Just go the way
yes.
you came.
Very well.
I'd like to search his body and then lock him in a cell,
Okay.
and then take
Yeah,
the
no-
keys with me.
Yeah, nothing particular of note on his person.
I'm
That
just
would
making sure he
really-
doesn't have an extra set of keys.
No. Even if he did, you could take him, so it doesn't matter
Yeah,
anyway.
No thieves' tools, no nothing. Like, he's in the cell waiting for the boss who is supposed to come get him to see that dude is in a cell. Like, he
Mhm.
failed.
Yeah.
I do want to do an investigation before we leave to see if I can find anything of note, like a ledger or a book or like something like that,
Sure.
or instructions. Where's my thing? Oh, it's +1 this time. 20, 30, 20.
You are looking around and it's sparse, maybe by design. You might expect to see a ledger of people who are here or what they did or why they're here. Nothing. But as to why there's nothing, you don't really know, because you really don't know the inner workings of how the cartel works. Now you have someone here you can ask about, but they're being particularly obstinate. So it's up to you all how hard you want to press this guy, or if just lock him up and call it a day.
Stomp his toes. Usually I wouldn't say that, but when it comes to one of our own, I'll do it myself if you don't.
When you say stomp his toes, there's some movement out of the corner of your eye. Cooter, about the same height as you are, and you see a small kobold, very wiry looking, with sort of copper shimmering scales, just sort of walks up and then just gives him a kick right in the shin.
Oh, lovely. Good job, lad.
Is this the same one that was helping us in the?
There are 3 there that are all kind of in the entryway.
And
Well,
Kudo goes
Taj?
up to the kobold and like goes to like
Say hello.
Would you guys like to join our adventuring team?
Want to come with us?
They sort of look at each other, and the one with the big backpack full of stuff that was throwing it at your enemies earlier, sort of just kind of comes up as the spokes kobold of the group. What do you mean?
He sees Emmy standing behind Taj. Like, Taj is obviously talking to him, but Emmy's standing behind, just like so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Have they
Yeah.
been mistreating you here? Have they been mean to you or hurting you?
Yes.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Well, we can feed you if you'd like to come with us and work with us, not
Where?
for us.
Where are you going?
Oh, we go on
Island?
the ocean. We
No,
go for
no.
adventures. You don't like ocean?
Mm-mm.
Well, I suppose it's fair enough. Take some people a little while to find their sea legs. What is it that
Maybe.
you were made to do here?
We didn't have to do anything. We in trouble.
You're in trouble. Oh, what did you do to get into trouble?
Steal from cartel.
Oh, what did you take? We like that. We're big fans.
Gold. Jules.
Oh, Jules. Yes. So have we.
We found cart we knew was going to lead. So we attack and grab handfuls and run. But slow. Too many
Oh,
handfuls.
too slow. Caught. Oh no. What else was in the cart?
Clothes? Fabric? 3 pillows.
3 pillows. Fascinating. Did you have something you wanted to ask, Taj?
I was going to ask if you want to join us. We will offer you pay. You have your own money, and all you have to do is be on our ship.
We have to work or have to do nothing?
We will work on our ship, but that you will get money in return.
Don't like jobs. No, don't want jobs.
And super slap.
Don't like jobs.
And what is it that you do?
Easy money.
It is as easy as it gets.
No, job's not easy. Stealing easy.
Until you get caught, of course.
But now we're free. So we can do again. But better.
Well, we also offer safety in numbers.
We have numbers.
And friendship.
Look, I appreciate you trying to gather more crew for us, but I just need to find some place to lay down. So,
Okay.
Yes, we should go and have a rest after this. Oh, it was a lot.
One light problem. How we got here, we kind of barricaded the door, and there's probably people expecting us or waiting or trying to bust through said door. So maybe if the kobolds, I'm sorry, what are your names? I'd rather refer to you as your names.
The one who's speaking to you. Clink.
Yes. Link.
Sizik. Zix.
Clinks, Zinks, in exchange of
No,
helping you out, can you create a diversion? Or just chaos? There's plenty of things to steal on the way.
And Clink reaches in their bag, and they pull out. They pull out a small like cage that's like lashed together like bamboo. And they hold it up, and there's literally a skunk inside of it.
That might help.
I love them.
Okay.
That's good. Throw now or no?
No. We first we have to go through a magic portal, then we'll be in a warehouse, and then we have to pick up a friend who's waiting for us, and then we go through another portal. Then you can skunk.
1 second. And Clink turns around, and then they all three like huddle together and are whispering with each other, and then sort of like going back and forth, not really arguing, but like debating. And then Clink kind of comes back together. We accept your terms. Throw skunk later.
Excellent.
And then the one that he pointed to, that was Sizik, and Sizik kind of just like kicks his ankles and give you gift for releasing us.
Oh, I mean, it's not necessary, but I will gladly accept.
He hands you a flask of acid.
Ooh.
Acid flask.
Well, thank you.
Cora,
drink. Very bad. Only throw.
Cora speaks up. It's like, are we leaving?
Yes, we're leaving.
Good. I want to get back to Escos.
But we really do need to work out who took you and why.
I mean, who took your friend?
Yes. Who took my friend? And also,
Do you have time for that once we leave here?
yes, correct. But also, I really do need some time to write all this stuff down. It's making me very confused.
Can you do that and walk?
No, once we get where we're going, though, I'll be able to. And also, all these gems and scrolls I have to sort out. Lots of work to do. Lots of work.
Well, we should get to it then, huh?
Yes, yes.
All right.
And Todd, you've locked Renard into a cell, right?
Yeah, I've locked
Yes.
him in, and I kept the key,
Mm-hmm.
so we can come back here if we want to for whatever reason.
By the way, you look and see Cora's really bloody. He's like He's standing up straight and he's got his posture, but he's like got blood running down his face. He's got like his armor's dented in. He looks pretty rough.
Darn.
You do need a little bit of a bath.
Oh, I'm right
Don't we
there with
all,
you, buddy.
though?
I think all of us could use a good sleep and some rest. We could talk about it in the morning.
I'm
Yes.
not sure this is the right place to do it, though. There's
What
going
do
to
you
be a
say?
change
We are
of
leaving?
guards in the next room. So, yeah. Let's hope this skunk thing works out.
Asric, I do not think anybody thinks that we are going to sleep down here.
You know, dire situations, but okay, let's go.
But also, if we go, are we going to be... You said that there were guards out there. And there
Not
were people out
guards.
there when we came in here.
Just a rich asshole and a blacksmith.
All right, but I don't have anything left in me, I don't think.
Then we will
Except
use
for-
our intuition.
All right.
Do we say that we've been talking long
Up
enough for it to be
you.
a short rest?
I mean, you're more than welcome to take a short rest down here. It's been an hour, but I don't think it's been an hour.
Oh, an hour? Oh.
That's a short rest. It's an hour.
If we take a short rest, I could turn into like a shark and just scare them away.
Chalk and
We have this
dry
guy.
land.
Oh, okay, that not a shark. Something also scary that's not a shark, an alligator. I could turn into an alligator.
I have more invisibility if we need 2 people to be invisible.
I suppose that's better than none. Let's go.
Let's-
See
Let's
what
just go to the
happens.
next room. We'll have a short rest before we leave the blacksmith room.
Okay.
Zillajarn pipes up and just looks around and goes, "There are 10 of us here, counting the small ones. I don't think that we'll have any issue with a rich asshole."
All right, let's go.
After you.
And as you're walking out of the entryway, you just hear Renard just go, "Pleasure doing business. Good show. Ta-ta." You're really gonna leave me
And-
here?
I will look at him, wink, and then change my appearance to look just like him.
And he goes, "That's really unsettling, to be honest. But very handsome. Good choice."
I just sashay away, like moving my hips all like
Doesn't seem worried. Doesn't he just like sees this as a business transaction? Is like, "See you later. Good on you. Bye bye." And you all head to the entrance, make your way over to the doorway into the warehouse, and you all are going to go through that.
the guy that was waiting for us that didn't want to like come but then was going to join our crew if we made it out alive. Is he still there?
Are you in the warehouse? So that's where he was. That's where you left him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you head through up the staircase, up to the door that leads to the magical portal. You all go through. The kobolds are pretty hesitant at first, but once they're kind of coaxed through, they have no problem kind of going in, seeing that people are also going through. So you make it into the warehouse, and it's just as you left it. It hasn't been too terribly long. It's probably been maybe a good 25 or so minutes since you had your previous battle up here. Maybe a little longer since you interrogated the hobgoblin, and he's still there since you left him kind of tied up. And he hears sort of the trap door open to lead in, and as you sort of come up the stairs, you see him, and almost as a look of relief, or just like, okay, I know the situation now, and I can handle this.
Are you ready to go? I'll untie him.
Yes. I can say that I'm surprised of you emerging, but I'm not upset by it. holds his hand up as you untie him.
Well, grab whatever you can, and we have another obstacle, is to get back out through the blacksmith.
I see. I do believe that I owe you my thanks, I guess. And also my name. I believe that was the deal if you were to come back.
Yes, let's have it.
He reaches his outstretched arm to you in a sort of a handshake. And shakes it.
Pull him up, yeah.
Magnar the Butcher. That's what they call me.
Magnar?
Mm-hmm.
Very colorful name.
I earned it.
I'm sure there's a story that we will learn about later.
Are you sure that we want him on our team?
Absolutely.
Okay. Emmy
He
looks scared
is
of him.
also some sort of spellcaster.
Hayden just puts his hand on Emmy's shoulder. I think at this point we can trust Taj's eye for people.
That's true. She was a really good captain while you were gone.
Oh, that's good. And how's that ship?
Oh, well, we did get into a fight. It was actually kind of weird because you weren't there and you're the only one that knows how to use a ship really well. But we did okay, and the ship took a lot of damage.
Yes, I don't think it wasn't in the best shape when we left. I think they wanted a bit of time to work on it.
Mhm.
They were working on it.
It could have been worse, to be fair.
Fantastic.
We sunk the other ship.
Well, more work to look forward to. It's fine. I really need a place to sleep, though.
Oh, yes.
Anyway,
So you're in the warehouse. Where to now? To the entrance to the smith?
Yep. All right. So I have a plan. We have a skunk, and I have one spell at my disposal. Unfortunately, I can see through darkness. So we'll release the skunk. I'll cast darkness, and everyone will be hand in hand, or rope and rope. You don't like holding hands, and I will guide us out of the blacksmith shop.
Oh,
But if you release
marvelous.
the skunk in darkness, then they won't see the skunk.
They will smell it.
But then won't we smell it?
Well, we'll release the skunk first, and then we'll go from there. Sounds good?
good.
Sure.
Just give it a wide berth.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
So you are in that sort of doorway that led into the warehouse. You emerge back into the storeroom of the smith, where you had locked him, barricaded the door so they couldn't follow you. And just kind of in this area. And go ahead.
I would like to take several packages.
Sure.
In the room that we had, like when you I think we did detect magic and like everything was like bing, 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 bing. Everything was magical. I would like to take 3 packages.
The package that lit up was the one that you'd gotten for Zephyr.
Is that the only one that was magical?
Yeah, in this area.
Then I'll still take 3 packages.
3 packages. Got it.
Emmy wants to copy Taj, but Emmy still isn't quite sure what is and isn't valuable. So she will just take 3 random items in the room that are not valuable. So like a candlestick, whatever. I'll roll on a table or something.
Do you
Sure.
need somewhere to put your stuff?
All right.
Oh,
Safekeeping.
Oh, you could hold all of my things? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Emmy starts dropping like just
No, Emmy,
garbage on
stop.
you. Oh, okay.
We need to leave.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
She'll
Remember
give you
the plan.
garbage later.
Everyone hold hands, and I will guide us out. first we release the skunk. Not yet. Lynx, not yet. We will open this door, then release the skunk.
Right.
Okay. I will count to 3, open door, and you throw the skunk.
Throw the skunk, or maybe kick it so that it space.
Right. And all 3 of the kobolds are signing, like all waiting together, like to spring into action.
Okay, let's do this. All right, remember to hold hands. And I will grab Taj's hand and lead us out. All right, 3, on 1, 2, 3, and I'll unlock and open the door.
All right, you unlock and open the door, and Clink looks back and just goes, "Run!" And all the kobolds, they just all run out and don't throw the skunk. And he goes, "Stupid! I don't waste skunk on you!" And then runs. And then they all just sort of hit through the wooden floors, and then they sort of bust out of the blacksmith, and and they just make their way out. And as you open, you just see them just like just running out.
I just follow. I just also run out because they've never seen any of us, so it doesn't matter.
And they still have the skunk on them.
So they run out the door and they're like long gone into the streets. And Taj,
If Taj runs, I follow as well.
So Taj, you run out, and you see a sort of interesting scene before you. There appears to be just like blood spatter on the ground. You notice that one of the noble entourage people that came with Lord Ashburn, or with Ashburn, are dead in the middle of the room. And as you're going towards the door, you see the woman who was the apprentice blacksmith is sitting there and like clutching her smith hammer, and you can see that there's blood on the end of it. She was the Goliath woman, and she looks up startled, like she looks exhausted. And the 3 kobolds run out, and she like grabs her hammer and is waiting to see if anyone else is like kind of come after her, and then just looks to see you as you're making your way across.
Can I like grab her and take her with me?
You could try. Do you want to take her with you?
Yeah, I'm like rescuing her.
Mm-hmm. And you reach out to grab, and she puts her hand up and just says, "Who the hell are you, and what are you doing here?"
Come with me for safety.
I'm picturing Taj's hair is like, and she's like, "Come with me if you want to live." And
But
like
I'm
winks at her,
actually,
and the Goliath falls in love.
I'm the guy, so
Yeah,
All right, you are that guy.
Renard.
Dang it, fanfic ruined.
She doesn't have like a sort of recollection of who this, like doesn't recognize this person. And she just sort of like puts her hand up. It's like, I don't know you, and I'm not going anywhere with you. If you were here to help, I wish you were here fucking 20 minutes ago.
then this is not my problem, and I continue to run.
All right.
And it's just like a clown car of people coming out of the
Yeah,
back,
like this
running
is how
out.
I help them. Fuck her, I don't care.
Yeah, and if y'all leave her there, she's just gonna like watch in like just amazement of, like, as you said, like a clown car full of people are just like running through this blacksmith shop. And she looks like at the ready, like she's not aggressive, but is like, if anyone like tries anything, I'm gonna like throw my hammer at them. And if you all continue on and go, she just kind of deflates and just looks exhausted.
I run back. I'm like, sorry, but you want to leave here, and there's nothing left for you. Come find me on the Unfortunate. And I run away.
And she just like looks at you, and you just hear her shout like into the dark, like, fuck am I gonna be a blacksmith on a ship? So, you all leave into the darkness of night, as it is like into the wee hours of the morning at this point. To the blacksmith and the poor apprentice there, having had a scuffle with some rich merchant and his entourage, and a problem for her to deal with at this point.
Offered her solace. Get her out of her sitch.
I mean, you don't know her life goals and motivations and her struggles.
I mean, not to join us, but like to like we'll get rid of you, heal you, bring you back to new. But she didn't want to, so whatever.
Yeah, she has her own ambitions and stuff. So she doesn't even know you.
She doesn't even go here.
Yeah.
Max, stop ruining all my fan fiction.
Anyway, with that, you all abscond into the evening, and you have made it out with your friend Hayden in tow. The three kobolds to the wind, having
3 kobolds to the wind.
Yeah. So with that, are you all heading back to your I'm guessing the local tavern and inn that you've been staying at to get some rest, or what's the plan?
I think we go to the ship.
The ship. Okay. Yeah, so you all hightail back to the ship. It takes you probably from where you are, I want to say a good like 30 minutes to an hour, just to make your way all the way back there, because the Gilded Atoll is basically just a giant like donut island where there's just covered in like a sprawl of just shops, artisans, like just businesses all the way around this atoll. In the middle is the Gilded Spire, so you're making your way back across to where the harbor is, and you make it back to the ship, and there you can rest a bit if you would like, get a long rest, and you'll probably wake up midday the next day. So it will be the 27th of Quintus. Whew. Whenever you awaken. So you make it there, no issue, and you all are able to get the benefits of a long rest. And I think what we'll do, if there's any discussions to be had, we can hold on to that for a moment, and then we can go ahead and roll your HP for leveling up
rolling
to
dice.
level 7.
Woo,
So,
come on, chat. Wish us luck.
Oh boy.
and we're gonna start with Azric.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's a 1.
Reroll.
Yeah, that's a 5.
All right, a 5. I'll take care of the sheet
All right.
stuff.
I originally had 59.
I have it all written down.
Okay, perfect.
What
Yeah,
your previous
'cause
roll was.
when I went and did the like plus, like I added the level, it added 2 extra hit point thingies. to
Because
me
your
on-
constitution, you'll always get that no matter what you roll.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what was happening there.
Mhm. Yeah. Cooter.
Was it a D8? A
Yeah,
D8?
D8.
Yeah, 7.
7. Damn.
Yeah.
So I'm a tanky lady.
I was gonna say lad. I was like, all
A
right.
tanky lass.
Tanky lass.
Nice. So that brings Azric to a 67, Cooter to a cool 60 HP.
Nice.
Emmy.
Oh,
Okay, I rolled my hit die, right? A D8.
Yep, D8.
Oh man. 3.
3. That
Oh
brings
man.
Emmy up to
Thanks, bud.
50.
It comforted me. I said, "Oh man,"
Not a
and he's
bad
like,
roll.
"It's
I mean,
okay.
not a bad
It's
roll.
okay, mom. This is not a good roll.
We'll do Taj next. And you have a D6.
4.
4. Very nice. Bringing you up to a 51. Would you like to do Core or Hayden first?
Let's do Hayden first.
Hayden first.
Okay.
Who got captured and gets to level up.
That's right.
Go ahead and roll your D8.
D8. Let's see. Is this my cool D8? It is. Right. 1.
Reroll.
Reroll. Okay.
Aren't y'all glad we have that house roll?
Yes.
Very nice.
Come on. 6.
6. Very nice.
I'll take it.
That brings your total up to a 56.
Okay.
And then Core,
Yeah. Core gets
D10.
what a D10. What does those look like? Okay.
Spaceship.
Gotcha. A 9.
Oh, damn. Which brings Core up to a beefy 69 HP. Nice.
Nice.
Now I have a request,
Sure.
and it's very, very important. I'm 2 hit points away from 69.
Another nice. A potential nice.
Just saying, if you want to give me two pity hit points.
Should have rolled better.
I give him one of mine.
No.
Dang it.
No.
It
I'm
was
gonna
worth
say
a
I'm
shot.
for this.
I was like, I'll give him mine. I'll take a 1. He can have the other 2.
No.
And we don't need it.
Boo. No.
You were resigned to your own fates of your own dice rolls. Anyway,
Okay, fair enough.
excellent work, all level 7, so you all can prepare your spells, do all the things. And I think this is a really good spot to just go ahead and take our break for the evening. And then we can come back afterwards and see if there's any sort of conversation or debriefing on the ship, and then figure out what's next for the crew. So with that, thank you all for watching. Go ahead and grab some snacks, go stretch your appendages, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes. BRB. And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully, you've gotten some snacks, got some beverages, and stretched your appendages. And where we just left off is the group got a much needed long rest, leveled up, rolled their HP, and up to you all. We can go back to the evening to see if you all want to discuss some things and still not have to do all the long rest stuff, or we can go into the next day. Up to you all.
Please,
Where
no
we-
one talk to me this evening. I have lots to write down. I need to get this all on paper. 30 pages. All right, here we go.
Ah,
And
feels
Kuda
good
just
to be
runs off
back
to
on the
her
ship.
corner.
ah,
Yeah, Hayden, Whisper has been taking your duties as interim quartermaster, but
oh,
now
Really?
that you've returned,
I've been replaced, huh?
it's very persistent.
So, what's with the knight in shining armor?
Um, it's we were, well, as I mentioned, we were working with the church of the Lotus King and the Watch to recover a stolen artifact. Unfortunately, I couldn't accompany that journey because I fell deathly ill.
What, like, when?
Like, how long has it been? Like a week?
It's only been a week.
Oh, it's
It's
been much
been
longer
more
than
than
that.
a week, lad, I think.
How long has it been
Kuda
since
calls from the corner.
Hayden's been stoned?
10 million years, dude.
It's been
11 episodes. So if we want to go back to episode 30, let me check my detailed notes here. Or sorry, episode 20.
This is
Episode
Kuda
20.
relaying this information
Yeah.
to you.
I have in my notes episode 20 was Quintus the 17th. And then now it's episode 31 and it's Quintus the 27th-ish on the dawn of that. So
we
about
left
10
on Quintus
days.
the 17th, and today's the 27th. So it's about 10 nights.
You
He goes back
it's
to
been,
writing.
Yeah, 10 days since you were conscious.
It felt like eons.
I can't imagine. But the crew was able. That's why Taj became captain, as she was next in line while I was recovering in hospital bed. Recovered the artifact. Is now back with the church, and that's when we were supposed to return to get your statue body, and they were going to kill you. So I enlisted the help of Watcher Calls and Watcher Iljon to assist us to locating your body and recovering you, and that's how we end up in the Gilded Atoll.
Oh. I am glad that you all like me enough to come and find me.
It's been a nightmare without you, to be honest. It's been real rough, but the crew, they held together. They really did it.
As
I know.
you all get settled in and are just kind of like chatting, Whisper does approach. I'm not sure where you're having the conversation. I would assume probably your quarters.
Yeah.
And she sort of just like does a knock on the door and just waits till she's called in.
Enter.
And she opens up and then sees Hayden, just sort of gives him a nod. Good to have you back, Quartermaster.
It's good to be back. I heard you filled in my stead.
Indeed, I did.
Well, much thanks for keeping the ship afloat.
Of course. Anyone you'd have done the same, I'm sure. If the roles were reversed.
I'm sure. So,
Okay. Captain Azric, are there any orders? Are we shoving off? I know the repairs aren't near completed, I believe. Kozak was given 3 days, so we've barely made a dent so far.
No, we will remain at port for the time being.
Very well.
Though I do believe we need to have eyes and a watch, as we are on not so friendly ground.
With
Well, it's the Shadow Cartel is the one who kidnapped Hayden.
fuck.
So we are still on their turf.
All right. Double watches.
Thank you, Whisper. That'll be all. Unless there was anything you need from me.
No. I will return to my liaison duties. We can figure out the particulars when you're ready.
Very good.
She just nods and goes to close the door and just sort of locks eyes with Taj for a second, gives a little smile, and then closes the quartermaster or the captain's quarters.
I smile back.
So that's pretty much the gist of it. That's where we are now. We're going to return to Escos to return Paul and Ziljon to their duties.
Well, I feel like I've caused an awful lot of trouble, huh?
Oh, all worth it, Hayden. It was hard losing a friend. Oh, glad to have you back.
And apparently, you're healthy, so that's good news as well.
Yeah, it was right as rain.
So are we to, once we leave here, head to Escos then? Did we end up, I'm assuming the whole flower thing is kind of come and gone then?
Yes. So we would have to wait an entire month.
Ah,
I do not want to do. But we only need 3 of 4 ingredients, so
oh,
we can do without the flour.
and I was halfway conscious, but it sounded like you said that we were rich now.
Yes. We raided the warehouse while we were rescuing you.
Ah. Oh. That's fantastic.
It is because there was just nothing but lint in our pockets.
Ah. I've never been to the Gilded Atoll to this place. I'm assuming probably most of your funds dried up here.
We had to buy very illustrious, expensive clothing to go to an establishment. Is branded from the Excellence Tailor. And we had to smooge with some rich assholes who have more money than the water in the ocean. And then we made a contact with the Whisper Network, no relation to our Whisper, and that's how we found you. And there was, oh god, there's like a drink with 10 gold is absurd. I hated it.
Again, apologies. If only I had been more on my toes when we were in that cave, I don't think we'd have had this situation.
Well, it worked out in the end. We have tons of funds, and we are here at the Guild Tour. Like, if there's anything we ever wanted, we could find it here.
I just wonder if from now on, if we're going to be hunted because I'm on this ship.
Well, let's be fair. It's kind of how we started, didn't we?
Well, I still don't know exactly how the cartel managed to figure out who I am and then find me as a stone in somebody's garden on Escos. None of it adds up to me. I mean, if they knew that much about me, they know my family's gone. They've been gone for a long time. I might have some wealth, but I'm by no means like a king or... I don't even know if I could afford to be at this place.
We can now, but Renard mentioned that someone is running your family's estate. Aren't you the heir? Who is running your family's affairs?
We had people in our employ. Caretaker, maid. I assume they're still taking care of the household, but they wouldn't have access to any of the money. Not really.
Is this like waiting for the crown prince to return home to be crowned king? Are there people waiting for you to come home?
No. As a token of thanks for their hard work and partially helping raise me, I mean, they were in my family's employ from when I was a small child. It only felt right to... I was always going to pursue my own dreams, so I didn't want to be tied down to the house. I figured, why not let them live there? Let them remain on the payroll and take care of the place.
Considering how informative the cartel is able to track us, and know exactly where we are, it appears that there's eyes on us all the time. Are you not concerned for the people running the estate?
Up until
Do you
now,
return
no.
home?
It's been years since I've been back to my home.
Oh, I know the feeling.
So, I've never had an encounter with the cartel before, and how they found out where I was, that I was a statue, I still don't understand. There's something missing there, and I don't know what it is or who's behind it. At this point, my concern is more for all of you than it is for me. That I'll be dragging extra trouble with us wherever we go, apparently.
We all have our own baggage, as you're well aware that, Taj, Hooter, myself, we always have to look over our shoulders. As we are unregistered arcane users. So. You're willing to put up with the Holy Order who's trying to destroy our kind. I think we're willing to put up with some cartel.
Do the boys in armor not know exactly who you are?
Bill John knows. Cause, I'm pretty sure he has a good idea by now.
But they're not here to drag you back to Escos.
No. As Bill John and I are not really on speaking terms anymore. Paws just wants to get back to duty. His job's done. He doesn't want to be here any longer.
Yeah, he didn't seem to be so keen on our little crew, did he?
I mean, what was it? What did he say? I'm surprised you made it this far.
Yep, that sounds about what he said.
You know, I want to say he's wrong, but he's kind of not wrong. We've gotten lucky more than once, I think.
I 100% agree with you.
But the ship looks more filled out. We have more
Uh,
crew.
Taj is quite the recruiter. She's really filled out the ship.
It's well done, Tosh.
I try my best. We need at least 25 people. We have about 25 right now. 22, 23. 25 would be full crew.
It's excellent. Well, I look forward to getting to know some of our new shipmates as we go along. Thank you. I just want to say thank you all for finding
so
me.
good to have you back.
It was an experience I don't want to go through again.
Oh, let's all agree here together that we will better protect each other, keep an eye out for one another. So
Agree.
we are all we have.
So, how many days do we need for ship repairs?
At least 2 more. It's
2 more.
We took some extensive damage, and we could expedite it now that we have the funds to help Kozak repair the ship.
What exactly caused this damage?
Captain Taj? To explain?
That's all I was gonna say.
What do you mean?
Well, I was bedridden, and Hayden was.
Well, I mean, there's
Uh,
there's signs of cannon fire, but there's large sort of bite marks, if I had to call them that. What exactly?
Oh.
Did that?
The turtle dragon, yes. It's just a baby though. It wasn't a full grown one. Just a small
Turtle
one.
dragon.
Size-
You
about the
all
size of the
remained
ship.
afloat. That's
Oh yeah. I jumped in the water with it.
I was screaming internally when Emmy did that.
Oh, I was a giant octopus. It was fine.
well done. Not many people can say they survived a turtle dragon.
It was adolescent. If it was full adults grown, I don't think we would be here.
Well, glad you are. Glad the ship's not sunk.
Oh, what a relief.
Do we have any, we should probably celebrate a little bit, yeah?
Of course, yes.
The reunion, after all. We have new shipmates. Do we have anything to drink?
Well, we still have rum that you purchased.
Ah, perfect. What time is it, by the way? Is it like same early morning the next day, or?
It depends on when you want to have the conversation. It could be the wee hours of the morning before you all go to sleep, or it could be after you wake up. Doesn't matter either way.
I feel like the next day, probably, right?
Sure.
Day drinking it is, huh? We're not going anywhere.
Yes, I do have to make a delivery.
Oh.
As part of our job. I got information on where we found.
Should we all go together?
Oh, I don't believe so. I have the location, and I'll just drop it off. And that's it, and I will return. So I do have a question for one of all. Whisper has impressed all of us on her capabilities on how to manage the ship and the crew. Now that Hayden is back and is going to reclaim his position as Master Quartermaster, what should we do with Whisper?
You know, I don't know about you, Hayden, but it might not be a bad idea for her to take charge while we are off ship, in case something happens. And then
That's a
when
good
we are
idea.
on ship, you're in charge.
So we're like the away crew. So we go out and we do things because we're the away crew, and then she would stay here and man the ship.
Making sure things are ready to go at the moment's notice.
Well, I was also thinking of a more permanent position as he's an honorary officer, but we can make her real officers. I had the idea of maybe intelligence master or
Ooh,
Or
that sounds
ships.
fun.
ship strategist, something like that. She's been advising us, but in a more official capacity to really make her feel like she belongs here.
She here? Can she hear us, or is she away?
She can be there if you want her. If you want to call her to be there.
But currently, as it stands, she's
Nope.
not in earshot.
Nope.
We kind of want her to, how you say, feel independent on her own. So that way maybe she will join our crew and leave Blackbeak eventually if she feels trusted and gets a taste of power.
I mean, I don't have any objections to some sort of official capacity for her. However you feel like she'd be best served and best serve us, it's fine with me.
All right, very well.
You sure you want to go alone on this?
If you want to accompany me, unless you want to rest longer, you've been through quite the ordeal.
I mean, I feel much better after some hours rest.
You are also no longer exhausted now.
Yay! I fixed that. There we go. I really haven't had a chance to see much of this place. I woke up in the dungeon and then we ran through the city. And I'd kind of like to see it a little bit better. I've never been here. But it doesn't have to be me. It could be Taj or anyone else. I just don't think you should go alone.
Considering everything that's transpired, you're absolutely right.
It's been a long night, has it?
It has, Kudo, yes.
Oh yes, well, he's yeah, and she's
She's like a bit frazzled, had enough rest, but like spent most of the night writing out paper. And passes it to Azric.
Is that
The order, yes.
yes. Now, when I was transcribing,
I was helping transcribe.
has there been anything of particular interest as I had been transcribing now that I've had time to comb through all of this information in great strenuous detail? Any patterns that we've noticed? Can we investigate as I had been writing down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like, did you pick up extra information?
Yeah.
Extrapolation.
Yes.
So it's the same information that you all had found originally when Taj stole it out of that dude's safe. So you already know everything you need to know about it at this point, where it basically just lays out that the Church of the Lightsmith, and their headquarters being in Linares, is set up to deliver just tons and tons of armor and weaponry and things like that to Ontes. It's basically like a 30-page list of things that they are purchasing from them to be made, and arrangements being made for them to ship it to Ontes, which led you all to believe that this isn't like a normal, we need some more armor repaired or replaced. Like this is like gearing up for war, essentially.
And
Like
was
this is
there
to
any
outfit an army.
were there any like particular dates or anything like what's the current schedule listed in the ledger?
So for the ledger, we think back when you all had found this.
It was so many moons past. Probably before my long memory of magnificence.
Yeah, so an order like this is not something that just gets like turned around immediately. It's like, I would like, 800 pieces of like, armor and like 700 like
By
long
next Tuesday.
swords. Yeah, this is like an order that for the Church of the Lightsmith to fill this, they're basically stopping production on most everything else that's not necessary and just fulfilling this order, essentially. So from when you found it, it had obviously already been placed. So from your ledger, you're looking at maybe delivery in a month or so.
Yes, it looks like all of these things are to be delivered by the Church of the Lightsmith in about a month's time or so. So, things are going to pop off. I'm terrified.
Yes, it's going to be up to us if we want to share this information with Escos, because they are in closest proximity, where they are most likely to be first to be attacked.
Yes, well, the decision's yours, Captain. I have but fulfilled my scribe's duties.
Well,
Now I have room
that
for more
fits.
knowledge again.
A little tricky. The powers that be most likely wouldn't want me to intervene, so if it fell upon someone else without my knowledge, no.
It is what it is.
You all would know too, just from like basic geography of the map, which we'll just flip over to that really
Map
quickly.
time.
So with the map and how it's situated, Ontes is basically equidistant. So Escos to the east, Osham Miran to the west, and then the Gilded Atoll to the south. Those are the closest things to Ontes. So to try and surmise like who like a target might be, at this point it's just like guesswork, maybe with some educated guesswork of like what they've done in the past, but you don't really have any concrete knowledge of like who they're going to go after, just speculation at this point.
Anyway, it's just nice to get all that off me, my old noggin, finally. So, where are we off to? What's next on the agenda?
Well, we have a delivery to make for our little feline friend. Why don't we celebrate now that the whole crew is back together?
Oh, yes, I do love a good celebration.
And then we can have Hayden walk around. No, I guess we really did get a good look at the town. Well, why don't we just make a day of it?
Oh,
Yes.
like all of us?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
That's
I mean, he's gonna lean in so that Cooter doesn't hear. Did you know that Cooter falls asleep with her eyes open sometimes? It's really freaky. Okay.
Thank you for that bit of information, Emmy.
Mhm.
And that morning, as you were having your conversations, as you were like gonna set off to make a day of it, you see Zillajarn coming back up onto the ship, and just kind of gives you all like a nod, and then goes to where Cor has been staying and addresses him. Watcher Cor, morning, sir.
Initiate.
I have found and secured local travel if we are to return to Escos, so they are aware of our interest and are ready and willing to make the arrangements. I was also curious of, well, if this crew would not be the ones footing the bill for the travel. Now I know that we are returning after finishing our obligations to them. However, they did find a considerable amount of treasure. I don't think that it would be beneath us to have them fund this travel for us.
Did he not take any of his own treasure? Come on, man.
Do y'all want to divvy out treasure for Cor and and Zillajarn? Because we can do that
No, I'm
instead.
saying he didn't grab any of his own.
He's not that kind of lad.
What are the 3 boxes that I got?
We'll get to that in just a moment.
Oh. Because I give it to them, so.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
John, I would like to see you in my quarters, please.
Oh shit, he's in trouble.
I'll be. So the intent was that you weren't hearing the conversation, but if you just want to call him over, you can. He just gave you a nod as you were getting ready to leave, but you can do that if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay.
Just a moment, Initiate. What would you like with my Initiate, Captain Asric?
I would like to have a conversation with my brother, if you don't mind. Watch it.
Oh. And Initiate Zillajarn, is this a conversation you want to have?
If it's pertaining to my duties or my obligation per the watch, then perhaps. Otherwise, no.
Well, you heard the man.
Well, there's really 2 answers.
Does it pertain to his duty?
Yes, it does.
Well, we'll continue this conversation with you, Watcher, after this conversation.
All right. To my office then.
Mm-hmm. He goes over to the captain's quarters.
Still, John, on my desk, the bag of 200 gold. I don't care what you do with it, but I would like you to ensure that Mother is taken care of.
She will be, regardless of this gold, as I'll be the one to ensure it.
If I recall, Bill John, you didn't even know where she was. What kind of assurance do I have that you'll take care of her?
If I recall, Captain Asric, neither did you.
And who found her?
I believe it was you and your crew.
Correct.
Had you?
I want to make
Had you
things.
considered that she didn't perhaps want to be found? Perhaps she was ashamed?
I just want you to let go of your pride for a moment. Maybe put yourself in my position. I had to do what I needed to do to survive. Now, I didn't choose to become what I am. I was forced. But unfortunately, that life is all I know. And I know no other way of living.
So, you are telling me the person you grew up with, another orphan, how hard it was for you, and that it's the only way you know how to live, and that's that.
Of course, there's more to it, Zilly. If you could just pull your big, stubborn head out of your ass and just listen to what I am saying.
He slams his fist on your desk. No, you listen, Azric. Do you think it is healthy for Mother or for your family to just come into their lives after we thought you were dead, and then you're whisked away yet again? I don't know if I'll ever see you again. I don't know if Mother will ever see you again. And quite frankly, I don't know if I want to, because I know what you are. I know what you chose. You turned your back on the Lotus King. Now, your life was hard, but I would give anything to be chosen. Anything.
Well,
So
I
don't-
did not feel like I was chosen, Zilly.
Well, I'm sorry.
You are... No, I'm going to finish. You are so blinded by faith that you can't even see your brother before you who is doing well. Faith does not help anyone. You have to take action and matters into your own hands. If I just kept holding on to my faith, I would have sunk to the bottom of the sea where I would be dead. Would you
You
prefer
know
that
that.
I be dead or that I am alive standing before you now, able to live my own life? They have the dawn. They don't need me.
And who comes after the dawn?
Whoever the Lotus King chooses. But it's not me. That part of my life is over. But I still want to have a life with you and Mother in it.
Judging by the last conversation you had with her, that's going to be difficult, because she'll be mending a broken heart. And I fear that every time she lays eyes upon you, knowing what you are, what you've done, that it will break again and again and again. How many times would you wish that upon her?
She'll have you.
She will have me.
And if I need to disappear, then I will. I'm proud of you, Zilly. Everything you've accomplished and what you've done. But don't direct your hate towards me for my decision. You are your own man, and I am mine.
It is not hate. It is deep, deep sorrow. For I fear what will happen to you.
Yes, only the gods can tell. Now, I want you to take that money. I don't care what you do with it. Pay for passage. Help out Mother. At least it's something.
I don't want your gold, Asric. And to be quite honest, I can't be sure my conscience would be clear if I took that, because I don't know how you got it.
That is honest gold there. Bill John.
Do you have anything else for me, Captain Azric?
No, you're dismissed.
He turns on his heels and opens the door and walks out and closes it behind him.
Stubborn fool. I kicked the door open and I was like, I need a bloody drink.
I already had one made up for you, Captain.
Thank you, Hayden. Whisper, the ship is yours. We will discuss your position on the ship when we return. Tell the men that they have leave. For Zach, we have funds if you need to hire more shipwrights. Repair the ship faster, and so be it.
Oh, yes, Captain. I think we're in a position where we just need time, but the consideration is noted.
Very good.
Zillajarn walks to Core, and he's like hot. He's steaming, and he just looks at you. Watcher Core, I don't think we need that money. If it's all the same to you, I'm ready to leave this rock.
Well, as you know, I've been ready to return for some time, so, I guess, we'll find passage on our own. You sure you're all right?
I will be.
As somebody that grew up without any siblings, I must say, I do wish I had one. Shall we be on our way?
Of course. And when Zillajarn left Azric, he was just fuming and hot and just full of just anger. When he approached you, Core, he looks like the person that is just so angry that tears are welling up, and he is trying everything in his power to hold them back, essentially.
Look, I may be a bit of a hard ass from time to time, but I'm not a man who is going to deny another man's feelings. So if you need a minute, walk on your own, release some emotion, you have leave to do so.
Thank you, Watcher. I just would like to go home.
Home it is then.
I will gather our things and I will meet you at the port of call. There is a ship that I have prepared for us. They'll be ready in the afternoon.
Very well. And if it makes you feel a little better, I have a very good report for Watcher Nixara. I look forward to your continued rise to the watch, and hopefully I'll be able to address you as Watcher Zillajarn.
If only the Lotus King would bless me so. It would be an honor.
You know, the Twilight and, you know, his power. Yeah, he'll get what you want.
And he just kind of nods and looks confused, and he grabs his stuff and is going to grab all the belongings for both of you and just kind of carry it both hands and just head off the ship down the gangplank.
Does any of us notice them leaving?
Yeah, I mean, there was a pretty public display with Azric kicking the door open, asking for a drink, and then and him like demanding Zillajarn to come to his quarters. So yeah, this is all on the deck, all happening.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like kind of behind closed doors that like the conversations were happening.
Yeah, Azric's conversation was Zillajarn just went to Core on the deck and was talking with him, and then now he's just ready to go.
So before they leave off the ship, Taj like kind of like overheard the conversation and like walks over to both of them and then just kind of like gives them a hug, but doesn't say anything. Like she knows.
And so Zillajarn will put down like half of the baggage and like just put his arm around her, and he just whispers, he's just like, take care of him.
I'll do my best.
Make
But
sure
you
he
know
does the
how he
right
is.
thing.
I will try.
Nods and just beelines off the ship.
As Core's walking away, he just says, without facing you, just kind of walking away, he says, if you find yourself in Escos, need help, now you can find us.
Azric will approach Cord. Thank you. Aunt, seriously, thank you for saving our friend. And I'll extend my hand.
You just like do the old wrist thing. He's like, I didn't enjoy my entire time on this thing, but there were some moments where I had a good time. Let's not make it too frequent of a thing.
I agree, Cord. Under different circumstances, I believe we could have became great friends.
Yeah, you're pushing it.
Well, maybe this will help. And I grasp Core's hands, and there's a sack of gold or a bag with coins in it for the journey.
Oh, thanks. I guess we're heading back.
Yes. Well, safe journeys. May the sails blow fiercely in the winds, and you avoid any dragon turtles.
Yeah, that would be great. Thanks.
And you could look after Bill John for me. I would greatly appreciate it.
Well, if all goes well when we get back to Escos, he'll have himself a new title.
Excellent. Well deserved.
He'll get over it, I'm sure.
He's as stubborn as a mule, but only time will tell. I hope so.
All right, we're gonna go.
Right, now it's awkward. Okay, farewell.
You just hear him shout as they get a little bit farther away. He's just like, don't drop dead. Again.
Noted. But goodbye. All right, crew, shall we?
Let's party! And Curtis starts like meandering off joyfully.
Okay, so a couple things before you all go. Taj, you open up the 3 packages, and kind of you wanted to figure that out before you left. I'm assuming that you swiped.
Yeah, because didn't he say he wanted something? So I was gonna be like, oh, here, have this, but
He didn't want Azric's money anymore.
so okay, then if he doesn't like want our goods, then
Yeah.
like I'll just keep it, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I'll let you know what they are. One of them is an ornate dagger.
Tell me in DMs.
Oh, okay. One of them is a package. And the other one is a package. And the third one is a slender package. There you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yeah, I'll DM that stuff to you. Let's see. Alrighty. Did you, and as well, I think is Cooter. Did you want to keep all the things a secret that you were going to spend identifying stuff?
No, I want the world to know.
Alrighty. Question for you all. The package that Zephyr wanted intercepted and sent to him. Are you going to leave that sealed? Because you know it's magical.
I say that's up to Azric.
I mean,
We
He
can-
didn't tell us
I thought
not
we-
to open it.
I
We
thought
can
opened
always
it.
reseal it.
Wasn't it a cloak?
I'd
Hmm.
rather be in good favors with the organization than not.
All right, so we leave it then. We have an inkling of what it might be, but we'll leave it sealed. I could always, tinker the package back up, but there is also the chance that I might mess it up. So I don't want to confidently go in that direction.
Well, I think maybe this just once that we actually be in good favor with an organization or faction.
Yes, precisely. Well,
Okay.
I did though identify these scrolls and potions and things. You got to know what they are.
Let us
Tell
know.
you.
Yeah. So what you'd found, the package for Zephyr remains sealed. And a list of the things you found, I'm gonna link to. As far as the items, there is a potion of fire breath, an oil of slipperiness, and the gem of brightness, which you all already know. I think you had already talked about that earlier. There are also several more scrolls and potions. There's a scroll of jump, a scroll of heat metal, a scroll of flaming sphere, a potion of climbing, potion of healing, and potion of greater healing.
You said you were going to send this all to us?
Yep, it is already in the chat for you all.
You're amazing.
So divvy those up however you want. Make sure they're on your sheets. And then with those scrolls, if Taj is going to learn any of them, just make sure to spend the time and the gold for it.
I don't have any money, so.
How
You
much
all-
do you need?
We do. You have money. We just
So
We don't
got
we
money.
don't have the money though, do we? Like is it all like we have to go do like
We haven't done Dungeons
a
and
mall
Accountings
trip?
We just
kind of
gotta
vibe.
we just gotta sell stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you got over 3,000 gold pieces just in coin. There is 3,500 gold pieces worth of art objects, not counting the tapestry, which you just can't just sell. The other stuff you can. And then you have 13 gemstones worth quite a bit of piece, but you need to determine if you're going to keep any of them or not, which you all have a list of all that stuff. So
Yeah, we have 12 now because Hooter took a pearl.
Yep, need that for the identifications. Indeed.
Well, let's handle this. Does anyone have amber color eyes?
I already want some of these.
1 second. Loading.
I do
I
not.
want a bunch of these like if we don't sell them, please.
No. Blue eyes. Dark blue.
Hold on. I want I would like the amethyst, the pearl, and the tourmaline if no one else wants those.
You want all 3 tourmalines? Or just
Oh,
one?
there's 3.
You just want one of each? Because we were gonna sell whatever for monies.
I already have my pearl.
Look.
The rest is up to all of you. I don't
What do
need
I
any
want?
of this.
I'll take the brown, blue, and pale green.
All three.
Yeah. Or, yeah. And then the illustrious white pearl one. And then the amethyst.
All right. Right. Well, that's a sizable amount of money. Right. Very good.
Dungeons and accounting, yay!
Whee!
So yeah, you can figure out the rest, and then give you the gold. And just once you figure that out, you will just let me know. This technically wasn't a take from the prize, so it's up to you if you want to give some to the crew, and it's also up to you if you want to give a percentage to the Blackbeak Fund. Just let me know later.
Okay.
Okay.
You can speak about that amongst yourselves. So, you are off for a day on the town of the Gilded Atoll, where legend has it that you can find almost anything here as long as you have the gold to pay for it.
Hmm. He just wants to look at everything.
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 She's just running
Oh,
around
Hayden.
poking her head around.
There's a drug that Kuda took, and she melted it to the ground.
Oh, it was marvelous. You need to try it.
I have a question.
I don't think I want to have anything to do with ground or stone for a while.
Oh, yes. Wow, how insensitive of us. Astrid, how dare you?
What was your question?
Are each gemstones worth 300 or are they
Yes.
300 total?
Each.
Okay, cool. I'm just adding it to my
Mhm.
sheet.
All right. What's the plan for the crew?
We drop off the zip package.
Okay.
Zipper gold.
We'll head to the location first.
Yes. So you are headed. Loading. So he gave you sort of directions to a place that appeared like some sort of potentially like a drop-off point or a dead drop is what Zafir had said. And you go to the address and you arrive, and it's a large multi-story building that is a similar architecture for like the permanent structures here in the Gilded Atoll. It takes you probably maybe like not even like 20 minutes from the harbor. It's pretty close to the harbor here. Lots of foot traffic in and out, a lot of hustle bustle. There's people that are carrying bags. They're sort of moving quickly. Some people getting in carts, riding horses, just in and out. Tons of people here. And when you arrive, you see sort of a very ornate sign with like silver filigree. Almost looks like a place where everything is like gilded this, gold that, this kind of stuff. And in like a very eloquent script, it says the Silver Quill, and then the last L sort of comes up and then turns into basically a quill at the end.
And what kind of place is it?
You don't know yet. You can roll a history though to see if you've heard about this place.
Oh, yes. I do love me a good quill and a good history.
22.
Ooh.
Math is 19.
All right. Anyone else?
Nope.
I'm no good for this.
both of you all rolled high enough to know about this. The silver quill is essentially, it serves as a hub for secure communications and courier services, both
Oh.
on the Gilded Atoll and allegedly out of the Gilded Atoll. It sort of caters to the upper echelons of society here. They offer secure and confidential courier services, private sort of like receiving boxes, almost like a mailbox here. They will offer a sort of guaranteed service for any contract or other agreement where they will act as a third party, like intermediary, and put their seal on it. Taj, with your 22, you know that they also offer magical communication services as well.
What does that mean? Magical communication services?
So they have ways to send things to people using magic. So getting a message to someone on a different continent, long distance communication, either instantaneous or sort of asynchronous, where it might take some time to get there.
Hey,
But-
Touch, what do you reckon we should take a little peeky peek in here?
Do you want to? If you need something from here?
Well, I don't think we need anything per se. I just think it might be a little interesting. I'm always up for a little adventure.
It does look.
This
I
is the
wish-
address.
Go ahead.
Mm. What was that, Azric?
Oh, yeah, this is the place we need to be.
Well, it seems like it could be a really handy place to be.
And
Well,
Kuda
let's,
just like casually walks in, like super casual, like, if you know what I mean.
All right, it's a weird way to walk into a building, but very well.
Wait, hang on. Wait. Wait a second. What's my performance? Just for lols. That's a 4. So that's
Mhm.
how good my casually walking into the establishment is.
You try to blend in and act like you belong there, and you stick out like a sore thumb.
She's all like,
Yeah, so you walk in and it's this opulent multi-story building. There's carved like wooden doors adorned with silver filigree, like the sign that you had seen. The facade of the building has these large arched windows, and when you come inside, there's this sort of rich emerald greens and gold decor, plush rugs, very nice like wooden like mahogany furniture, sort of golden accents on the inside on all of the furniture. And there's a very nice polished stone counter, which there is an attendant there helping people if they need anything. And there's staircases going up on both sides, people coming in and out, other workers grabbing packages, grabbing bags, heading out, that sort of stuff.
Wow, it's really busy in here.
Well, this is a courier office, and I'll walk up to the desk or whatever counter. There we go.
And you see a probably middle-aged human man, hair's like starting to gray just a bit, wearing a set of spectacles, wearing very fine clothing, and sort of looking at like a large book, and he sort of looks up. Hello, do you have an appointment?
No, my salt and peppered friend. I actually am here for a drop off. Oh,
I
don't be offended.
Beg
You
your
look
pardon.
fabulous.
Thank you. And you said you had a package?
Yes, to drop off.
I see. Do you have the information on the box that you'll be leaving this package for? And I need to know which either guild or service that you are dropping off the package for, its intended gold amount of what it's worth for insurance purposes. He just like slides a form over to you.
And then I look at the form and I write lightly, whisper, and hand it back.
I see. And the recipient?
And I take the form again. I write down Zafir's name.
Well, they grab the form, and he sort of like folds it, and one moment, and walks sort of behind, goes to next to the staircase, and just puts that piece of paper in the brazier that's lighting the room. Now, the package.
Here you are, a sealed package. Contents are within it.
Yes. And they grab it and they inspect it thoroughly. I see. And they take a sort of a large, I don't want to say a large, but like a sort of a bag that sort of cinches up. Takes your package, puts it in the bag that cinches up, and then throws a lock on it. Very well. Is there anything else that you require this morning?
That will be all. Thank you so much for your services, and you have a fantastic day.
Of course, and you as well.
I nod and walk away.
And the person like claps their hands, and someone from the back, like looks like a worker, just like grabs the bag, and they whisper something in their ear, and then they just take it to the back and it sort of disappears.
I don't need to deliver anything?
I'm just fascinated. It's like a big establishment full of secrets.
Well, how about we show Hayden the fine eateries here at the Gilded Hall?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Could go for some fresh seafood.
Have to try the
Oh, me
grilled
too,
mud
me
crab.
too. Do they have scallops?
We're
Probably.
surrounded by ocean. I'm
Okay, I just
100%
really
sure
like
they have.
those.
I also need to pick up studded armor. I do believe I need to upgrade.
Oh, can I upgrade? Wait, can I upgrade? Can I wear?
Y'all got money. If you want to spend it on stuff, that's up to y'all.
I could get, what's the one up from leather? It's like studded leather?
Correct, yes.
I would like that.
I'll do some Dungeons and Accounting real quick.
We could do this after stream too. Because I know the loyal fans would like to see us get drunk in the tavern.
I would say too, if it's anything like basic equipment, like just a weapon or armor and like nothing else about it, you can just drop the money if you want it. It's up to you if you want to go to a shop and then, you know, haggle or talk to them or get leads on stuff. But if you just like, I want my studded armor and I want to pay the gold for it, you're more than welcome to, because it's easy enough to find here.
I want to look for a specific shop though.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a shop that sells a lot of little like shiny baubles and things like jewelry, but like a little more eclectic than like a fancy jewelry shop?
I'm sure
I'm
there is.
looking
if you
for
have the
like
time to look.
rings, but like pawn shop version, not like the nice glass cases version.
Mm-hmm.
You made you want to find a pawn shop. I'm sure
A
there
pawn
is.
shop?
No, not a pawn shop.
Oh,
A
I thought
pawn
you said
shop.
a porn shop.
They
That's
do
silly.
sound the same when I say it, but it's not what I
Yeah.
said.
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to your
Context
accent
is
sometimes.
key, love. Context
Okay.
is key.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you're into. That could have been what you wanted to go to.
Well, no, not today.
Okay.
Not today.
So
Food,
a
food.
pawn shop. Okay.
Yes. I'm sure they'd have lots of.
We look
wonderful
for a
things.
pawn shop.
Is that where everyone wants to go next?
Sure.
I don't mind. I'm just hungry. But if that's what you want, then by
Yeah,
all
that's
means,
what
I'm
I
sure
want.
there is
Like, if there was like a shop that was run by a turtle and it was like called something like goods or like excellent things, that'd be ideal. But I don't know what they have around here.
Just make an investigation roll for me.
Okay. Is Cooter helping me?
Oh, always.
are you-
always.
are you-
I'm looking after another
Are
turtle.
you trained in investigation?
I can perceive
assist?
based
I am if
on-
you need help.
Oh yeah, will you assist? Never mind, Cooter. I'm gonna have Taj assist me. She's good at this.
What are you looking for?
I rolled a natural 1. Are you assisting so I can re-roll?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 5.
Okay.
Sit for a 6. I'm looking for a pawn shop that sells like weird
Okay,
back
really
jewelry.
don't want you to find the pawn shop. Maybe if you were looking for a pawn shop,
Yeah, it
then
is a
maybe you
pawn
might roll
shop. I would
higher.
have rolled a nat 20. You know what I mean?
I will say so
Nice.
with a 6, you're at that point like when you're visiting a new place and you're looking for something like something specific. You're like, oh, we'll just find this place and then we'll go eat after. And then you just keep looking and you're in too deep and you don't want to stop looking and you don't want to like in the search.
I've been
And
there a
it's-
lot of times with you,
Yeah.
and you're very angry about it because you're hangry.
Oh yeah, I definitely get hangry. That's for sure. But that's an excellent
Ooh.
observation because at this point the crew is hangry, and you just want to
He's
find this
dragging them
pawn
around.
shop, and you're dragging them around, and it's warm outside. The place is packed. It's crowded. There's tons of people here, and you find a shop that's called Gleaming Elegance, and you think, oh, maybe that's it. And you sort of peek your head inside, and this is maybe the 5th or 6th shop that you've tried. You peek your head inside, you see this just sort of a boutique showcasing of like exquisite garments and fine fabrics, bespoke jewelry, that kind of stuff, and you get that feeling like if you're a tourist in LA and you walk down Rodeo Drive
it's
and
one of
you're just
those.
like, I don't belong here, like I don't have this, they're not, I'm not who they're looking for.
Okay, I give up. I just wanted to find somewhere that might sell like mildly magical items, like mildly.
That's a very different question than what you asked earlier.
I said
so-
like rings and jewelry, but like used and old.
rings and jewelry doesn't
That
necessarily
doesn't
mean
mean it's
magic.
magic.
Well, I was gonna buy them if they weren't magical too, to be fair. But I was gonna go into one of those shops. I just thought I'd see one. I thought it'd be easier than this. And I was just going to inquire, like, oh, do you have any rings that give me like a +1 to AC? But I wanted it to be more flavorful, you guys.
So, as a reminder to the audience, if you didn't happen to catch campaign 1, how I roll with magic items that aren't being found, if you want to purchase, that's something that you have to have an intermediary. Think
I
of
was
it.
hoping the shop would be that.
So think about, you would have to have an in with someone that'd be willing to hook you up with a person that's willing to part with a magic item. And if you think about in kind of how I run this world, where what's the kind of person that would willingly trade or sell a magic item, would probably be someone who has more money than they fucking know what to do with, and just have them for status symbols, essentially. So that's why there's an intermediary that needs to basically introduce you to the upper echelon of society, which in the Gilded Atoll, you're not there. You've met some people, but that's about it. And you all know based on your initial rolls that those kind of deals are also some of the things that could happen at the Spire. But anyway, that was just for the audience to kind of get a understand how things happen in my campaigns.
Yes, the audience.
But we didn't know that was also in this. This is a new
Same world.
landmass.
I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, I just
I'm
didn't
telling the
know.
audience, they knew. You knew
Okay,
the whole
but is
time.
there some shitty jewelry? Can I just buy some pawn shop jewelry still? No.
Absolutely, you can if you. I mean,
Okay.
but basically with your 6, it's gonna be you can't find one until after everyone eats because they're hangry. It's just an inconvenience.
I have a feeling that everyone really needs to eat right now. I'm getting eyes that tell me that it's dangerous for me if we don't eat. So someone should just pick a place to eat.
No, he didn't want seafood. The best place is to eat by the docks.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Captain's orders.
Okay.
I am getting hungry.
There,
So,
there's one right there. I can perceive it.
there
I
are
hear the crunching of shells.
Got a 20,
Ooh.
no, 17 perception. Or are we investigating to find a place? And then
Yeah, I mean, either way, normally if you're looking for something specific, it'd be an investigation.
We just want food.
But I would say you know of several places after sort of scouring the area. There's the Dragon's Hearth Tavern where you've stayed in. You know they have something like that. You've ran across something called the Golden Chalice Inn in Tavern. And then you also know that the Saffron Allure has some exquisite items there, and probably very decadent food, but it's going to be expensive. So it depends on how bad you want to treat yourself and your new friend that spent over a week petrified.
not saffron expensive, but let's try the golden.
The Golden Chalice. Alrighty. So you do some walking and you find this just very nice tavern and inn. It's quite busy, very opulent, and it is sort of on the way back towards the dock. You find this sort of very centralized on the, I'll say, the eastern half circle of the atoll, and there's quite a people coming in and out. You take a look at the menu and it's got some very delicious looking items there. If you're looking to have a nice treat, this would be the place to go. Very lavish decor on the inside as well.
Yeah, we'll go in and get situated.
And you come in.
Oh, are we wearing our fancy clothes? We might as well.
Maiden doesn't have fancy clothes.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Does it really matter?
Very snooty.
How the clothes made us look like we belonged here more, but maybe I misunderstood.
That was specifically for the Saffron Allure.
So it would look out of place everywhere else.
No, but
Okay.
it's one of those things
Depends
where the
what
Saffron Allure, it's like you would need something like that.
But we're okay without it. We don't
Mhm.
look like total trash. Okay.
You look like total trash. There's-
Aww.
It depends what kind of party you're looking to have, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm wearing mine then. I don't want to look like total trash. So there.
I didn't say. I said you don't.
I'll
look
wear
like total
mine
trash.
as well.
Oh, I thought you said we do look like total trash.
No, I would not say
Okay.
that.
I still want to be
rude.
fancy. So there.
Hayden, everyone looks fancy except for you, unfortunately.
I have stuff in my chest, like my costume chest. You could have like discount fancy clothes.
Yeah, you have. If you were one to take it, you have clothes that look fancy on the surface, but would not stand up to an
We
inspection.
could've- Or we could get him fancy clothes before we eat food. If we'd have realized, we would have done that.
I am starving, Emmy. Let's just fucking eat.
But I just didn't want him to feel left out. Okay. And Emily just
All
like
right,
walks straight
present
into the
dissertation.
restaurant, like,
Present dissertation. Present dissertation. All right, we're all bloody clean now. Let's eat.
Yeah, I don't really care.
I've never seen someone do anger prestidigitation before.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, all right.
Emmy marches in, just like head down, like a kid that's just been arguing with their dad or whatever. That's just like, fine, and it's like marches in there, like, I'm not gonna like it though.
Yeah, so you walk in, and after a bit of a tussle outside, everyone's kind of giving you eyes, and it's like the awkward thing where like you've all been to a restaurant where like there's a family who's like arguing at the table or like arguing like for the wait and stuff like that. And this poor this poor elvish like woman is just like, how many?
5, darling.
All right, I'll just get you seated now.
Thank you.
And you look inside, and you notice for some reason that a lot of the very nice establishments here, the decor on the inside almost purposefully doesn't match what you would find on this island. So a lot of very fine woods, because a lot of this island is like sandy beaches and hot climate, maybe palms, that kind of thing. You're not going to find like a nice like mahogany or like cedar here. Same thing with like marble and like those sort of stone inlays. So all the really nice places are the ones that stand apart at this particular location, just because like they probably had to import this stuff because you can't get it on the atoll. So very almost, I don't want to say an almost rustic feel, but very fine woods, and each, hanging from the ceiling are chandeliers that are not powered by oil or fire. They're all magic. So each sort of thing is a sort of magical light that is lighting the interior. And you all get to your table. You look at the menu, and it's one of those places where like you've got like, think of like family casual dining restaurant where the menu is like 4 pages and like tons of stuff to choose from. And then if you go to like a fine dining restaurant, there's like, oh shit, there's like 3 drinks on here and like 4 entrees. And that's all that the menu is.
Do they have shrimp etouffee?
And she sort of like says, I can ask a chef if that's possible, but this is a tasting menu.
Oh, boy.
Well,
I
5
wore
of
my
them.
fancy clothes.
I'd love to taste the whole menu.
Yes, that is the point.
Yes, yes. Yes.
And what sort of drinks would you recommend?
Your
Well-
best whiskey for this one, thanks.
Very well.
As she says.
We do have a drink that does contain such a thing, so I'll return. Is that for everyone?
Yes.
Oh,
5 orders,
yes,
please.
yes. Why not?
I will try one too.
If Emmy doesn't want hers, I'll have it. It's fine.
You can have mine. Do you have some? I kind of like lean into the waiter and like whisper, do you have something that's like not alcohol, but like it looks like I'm drinking alcohol, so I can pretend I'm drinking alcohol, but really I'm not drinking alcohol. She would really like whatever your universe's version of a Shirley Temple is.
Sure. And with that, one moment, because we just got rated twice in a row.
I know, I'm
so
losing my mind over here.
Yeah, I would very much like to warmly thank and welcome Charmed Fantasy, as well as Mad Bird Streams, for both of you all bringing your community in here. This is our second campaign we've done for Casters and Cantrips, and normally we are a fully immersive, super serious D&D stream. But thank you all so much for bringing your community over here, and we're very happy to have you all. So
Double
Our-
raid demands special attention.
Yeah,
I feel.
our party has just rescued their team member who has been petrified for a third of the campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yep.
But anyway, thank you all so much. Much appreciated. So as you all are here at the Golden Chalice, and then they bring back this drink that appears to be called a golden elixir. And she brings us a large sort of tray and leaves it all in front of you. And it comes in, think of how a Moscow Mule has like a copper like cup. It's something like that, but it's gilded on the outside of it with gold, because they gilded it's a whole thing, right? And she brings that and then sits one down for Emmy. That looks similar but doesn't contain the intoxicants in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Emily just like Emily? Where am I? Emmy just looks like really relieved at this, like, oh thank God.
You wanted to drink just like us, Emmy.
I just want, this is just like you. You didn't hear me whisper to this bartender. I said I whispered it.
Oh, well, I have very
Hayden raises his cup. Cheers to being reunited. Cheers to not being stone. And to a more prosperous future.
The treasure.
Yeah, cheers.
We're friends.
To all of you.
It's
Oh,
really
Hayden,
good.
you do have a little bit of I think maybe they hadn't hosed you down completely from the bird that had just. Right, never mind. She takes it and come over just quickly. She takes a little cloth out and wipes a little bit of bird poop.
Pulls a
from
wet
the
nap out
front
of her
your
giant
back.
purse.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, I was angrily cleaned. Okay.
Correct.
We don't know what that is, so even worse.
I envision like in jail where it's like a fire hose at like max pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Some other spellcasters angrily prestidigitating, just like Azric just did. So after some time, and it's a place where it's like an uncomfortable amount of time for service, because they want you to experience the ambiance of the place and really just kind of take it all in. And about the time you're wondering, like, are they going to bring our food? And since you all are hangry at this point where you're almost where you're going to be that guy, it's like, hey, where's my food? But then they all come out, and there's like there's 5 staff that all come out, and they're carrying like multiple trays at once, and they just set this just feast in front of you all. There is sort of like a very decadent like a risotto. There is like a fine like lobster feast in front of you all. Some shrimp sort of cocktail hors d'oeuvres and those sort of things. Plenty of sides, lots of fresh greens and fruits and of the sort. And then each one of you sort of in front has a tropical fruit, like trifle as well. Very nice.
I'm not really keen on the decor, but the food looks delicious.
Looks exquisite.
I don't know about you, but I'm digging in.
Oh yes.
Emmy's
Oh
starts
yes.
digging in. She's just like confused by all the flavors, but she seems to be enjoying trying it.
It's like, I thought I was gonna starve there for a minute.
It is probably the best food you've ever had, easily.
Oh, this is better than the super slop. Maybe we should have brought chowder. Oh, no, actually, maybe that wouldn't
No.
have been the best
No,
idea.
not chowder.
Yes.
No, that's
No,
not. That wouldn't be a good idea. No.
Not good.
Or maybe we could bring some back to the ship, for inspiration, if you will.
Sure,
they will let
that's what
us.
you want to do. You think they really have to go bags here? I don't
Some
think so.
places are not keen on it.
Have you seen my go bag? Could fit this whole buffet in there.
Just if you all
She
could
takes
don't-
one of the little pieces and trifle and just like puts it in her bag of holding.
I was gonna say don't let anyone see it, but too late. Okay.
Very sly.
Very,
So roll a sleight of hand to see if anyone did see.
Yeah, more than welcome to.
very grandmother-like behavior.
It was a 6.
Oh, you just look and you just like drop it right in your bag.
Like a cat that's like knocking some shit off the shelf that just dead eye locks eyes with you.
And it clinks around on the way into your bag of holding, hitting everything else inside. Just clunk, 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 clunk.
Save this one for later.
Alrighty.
Oh, there's one thing I want to discuss while we're eating. What do you all want to do next? We don't have to go back to Esco's.
Well, I thought next we had to try and sell the scroll.
Well,
Oh,
I thought we can hold on to it as a bargaining chip for you know who.
Okay, because we could also just get the money and then use that as a bargaining chip.
That is also very true.
Just how much treasure did
It's-
you all find?
Well, we found a scroll that's worth
Emmy, please, not here.
okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fine.
I mean, he's like,
Point of order, it's a tapestry, not a scroll.
yes, I know.
It is a beautiful piece of art.
Fill
mean,
me in
just
later on
looks
whatever.
at Hayden is like,
Emmy.
you're like, it doesn't, you don't know what that means. You're just like, oh, okay.
Are you all right, dear? Your hands hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Arthritis, maybe?
No, I don't have arthritis.
No.
Sea elves don't get arthritis.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Well, if we are going to auction it off, which we most likely will, this is the place to do it.
Should we vote to see if we want to keep it or auction it?
It's very sizable, Hayden.
Very.
Like freedom. Freedom sizable.
It's freedom level stuff.
Ah,
From our beaked employer.
I was also thinking
Ah.
if we were to go to the auction, there might be other things that we could buy ourselves at the auction. I was thinking I'd really like a ring that like makes me a little bit tougher because then when I turn into like a shark, I could be like an even tougher shark.
There is always that fear that at the auction, people do not know what it is actually worth, and potentially we get less.
Well, I don't think we have to auction it. We just go and talk. We go and talk to people there, and we need to find a person to do the auctioning. An auction.
Do you know what
Person.
an auction means?
It means you sell a thing and people bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very nice.
I know some things.
So we go to auction, talk to auction person, and you're saying we are not auctioning it.
I am saying that the DM explained this to us already, and I might be the only one that remembers.
So the Gilded Spire, which Taj knows about, it serves many things. It is the seat of the consortium, where the sort of government who runs things, as well as the Gilded, the mysterious masked leaders of this island, do their business out of. It also hosts exclusive auctions, rare artifact displays, clandestine meetings, and sort of secretive negotiations among the elite. So an auction's possible, It would also be the place that you would want a deal like this to go down if you were trying to sell it directly to someone too,
Mhm.
because it's going to afford you not only prestige, sort of having that meeting there, but also guarantee like security because it's going to be at the Gilded Spire.
They might have other stuff that we want to buy there, or we could get in touch with someone that sells magic items.
Might not be a bad idea.
Another
Yes.
important DM notes. Go ahead.
We did meet those, people with fuck you money, basically, from Whitewood Investments and Isaac Sterling. They may have connections to people with magical items, or have themselves.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that is for you all to decide. You all found it. I trust your judgment, so whatever you think is best.
Well, just because you weren't there, Hayden, doesn't mean you don't have a say in it. You are an officer of the ship.
Yeah, it is. I don't know the first thing about art. I don't know the first thing about auctioning art. So
I actually know a lot about art.
I wouldn't be very much help in making this decision anyway.
Or maybe we'll have to speak to an appraiser.
Is that safe with this type of thing?
Oh, I don't think so, considering the rarity.
But I know what it's worth, so if they lie to us, I'll know. Because I am very knowledgeable about ancient art objects. I have an art history minor.
Really impressive.
Well, I'm one credit away. It's not technically. But I'm just saying we just need someone that knows the place, and then I'll know if they're telling the truth about what it's worth. So.
The spire, then?
Well, I guess so.
It is done.
But also eventually, I know that you don't want to go back, but there is also the case of the chasing up that little research agreement that we had.
Oh, so we do have to go back to Escos.
Potentially.
You can stay on the boat, though, Azric. No one's going to make you go back on land.
Well, there is one thing while we're here. We need to buy an echoing crystal. It's the last piece of the puzzle for the scroll we need.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Well, all in favor to attempt to auction?
I am indifferent and therefore vote with the team on this particular matter.
All right, very well. We're all in agreement.
DM info that you all know is that there was mention of something called the Mercantile Symposium of Progress happening next week. Mm-hmm. You had heard it from
Oh, yes.
your fancy pants rich acquaintances that you met in the Saffron Allure.
Right.
So
Because it was
Victoria
like 10 million
Whitewood.
years ago.
there is a large influx of people wealthy merchants, inventors, others coming into the Gilded Atoll for the next week to sort of present, show off. So this might be a decent time to try and get this thing done, especially since there are so many people here for the event. So,
But we're going to try to do a private sale. We don't want a lot of people seeing it. We're just going to find someone that can help us sell it.
yeah,
But because there's people here, there's more likely he could find someone.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that there's a big influx of people with a lot of money trying to sell stuff here, that it's more likely that you would find someone who has that kind of money that would buy this piece.
Okay. Cool.
But also lots of goodies up for show.
Yeah. And inventions. Didn't they say inventions?
Yes, goodies.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah, I understand now.
Hmm.
So then you're all fine for staying here for a week.
Sure.
I suppose. I mean, while our ship is being repaired as well, we may as well make the most of it.
We could also have them do some extra work on the ship, like paint it black and then paint the sails black and then paint everything else black so that it looks really scary. Or pink. I'm not making the I wasn't saying. I just meant we could have some extra work done because we couldn't afford it before.
Maybe we could
Oh,
get some
It was
better
all
guns,
sorted. Yeah, we can get better guns.
better cannons, better swivels. Maybe a bit of armor.
Maybe we could get Chowder like a chef's hat. I think she'd like that.
Good luck with that.
Not sure if we'd be able to get her to wear it, but who knows? She might enjoy it.
She doesn't have to wear it. It's just, a gift.
Well, we have art to sell and we have gems to sell, and then we'll see how much money we get from that, and let's see what we can do to outfit the ship.
All right. So you all finish the luxurious feast in front of you and discuss the future plans as a group before you head out, and having a nice little brunch as you at this fine dining
Oh,
restaurant.
you guys are drinking for breakfast? Jesus.
Yeah. So
We do what we want.
Pirates.
on the way out, I want to kind of like grab Hayden's like cuff, like pull him back so the others aren't listening. So you don't remember like anything while you were a statue?
I mean,
Nothing at all. Like you don't remember being in the garden and you know, and I was there. You don't remember anything?
no.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Imagine.
I mean, nothing happened. It's fine. I just was curious.
Okay.
Whisper and Tosh tried to teach me how to be a mean girl, and I don't understand why. Anyways, I just thought as quartermaster you should know. Okay, bye.
Okay.
Like wanders off. The rejoin the group.
Alright. And with that, you all head out into the sunny morning of the Gilded Atoll with a new mission to make some money, it seems. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and end our session for the evening. Once again, thank you to all of you that supported and followed and came over from the raids. Thank you for watching. A bit of a fun little episode is I think the past 2.5 have all been
gosh,
like
it's been so
combat,
much.
sneaking around, subterfuge type stuff. So they had a much deserved little break of reuniting with their rogue who they've been missing for 11 episodes.
Who we
It's
could have
been
really
so long.
used for the subterfuge.
Oh God, yeah. And
so,
he's good at ship battles, and we had a
Yeah.
ship battle, and
mhm.
the sneaking and the
But with
combat.
that, I'd like to say I'll start with throwing a poll in the chat. You all can decide which character was the MVP for the session, and whoever gets voted or the most votes for MVP will gain an inspiration that they can use for next session. So make sure to get your votes in right now in the chat. And also don't go anywhere because we're definitely going to be paying it forward and leaving you all with another fine Dungeons and Dragons show. But I will say, if you are new, thanks for joining us. We loved having you. You can go check out our YouTube as well, youtube.com/@castersandcantrips. We have all of our episodes on there. We have our Tome of Knowledge, which is our Monday podcast where we just talk about D&D in general. So if you have questions about like your table or rules or things you want us to talk about, join the Discord. There's a channel for that. We also have a specific Thursday that's only on YouTube in our podcast, which is Out of Combat, where a few of the members will get together and talk about the previous episode, and you can get some behind the scenes type stuff and, you know, dig into figuring out what the players were thinking and what's on their minds when they're going through some of those decisions. And or you can, if I'm on the episode, you can hear the players try to get me to give up secrets about the campaign and little tidbits, which there has been some little tidbits, extras that were dropped.
There has been some.
Yeah, for sure. So you can go check out our YouTube or our podcast. All that's on there too. But if you want early access to all the podcasts and stuff, you can go to our Patreon. It's Casters and Cantrips. There's even a tier which will let you create an NPC for the world, and I will drop them in there. And this past week, even if you're just a free tier member, we dropped in some character sheets from our last Tome of Knowledge talk where we made characters that shouldn't work. And if you would like to see my wonderful Gregory the Magnificent, who is a strength wizard, go check out our Patreon because the character sheet's over there. So with that being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Come hang out with us in the Discord. Congrats to Hayden for getting MVP for the session. Probably for role playing with yourself as your other
Oh my
character.
God, it was the
Very
best.
good.
It was the
Very
best.
good.
It was fantastic.
I want to see that every time.
Yeah. It was amazing. I'm glad you jumped right into it. So
It's fine.
with that, I will leave you all with some other D&D. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for following, and hope you have a fantastic weekend. Bye, everybody.
Bye.